I can remember spending Easter with my grandmother in England. My sister and I were shown the whole royal treatment. Granny organised Easter egg hunts, we had huge Easter breakfast, we had chocolates, we had cake, you name it, we were treated to it. And one of the loveliest things that Gran made for us was a Simnel cake, which is a traditional Easter fruit cake. It's very delicious and rich, and I wanted to share that with you now. So to begin with, what you'll need is 6 ounces of butter and 6 ounces of sugar, which we'll cream together in the mixer. To your butter and sugar mixture, you're going to very slowly add 3 beaten eggs, very slowly so the mixture doesn't curdle. And to that, you're going to add 8 ounces of sifted flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and 1½ teaspoons of mixed spice. In here I've got some fresh nutmeg and some ground cinnamon. Pop that back on the mixer. And then, because you want it to be quite moist, you're going to add just a few tablespoons of milk. So you can get it starting to smell really nice from the spice. And then I'm just going to give it a good stir. To this, I'm going to add my mixed peel, 2 ounces of mixed peel, 2 ounces of chopped almonds, and a pound of mixed fruit. Just make sure the mixture gets well combined. And then, basically going to turn half your mixture out, half the mixture, into a greased and floured baking dish. Okay, so let's just spread that out. And then, before you add the rest of your cake mix, you're going to put a round of marzipan on there that's been quite thinly rolled out, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's just bung him on there. And then make sure it's covering most of the mixture. And then top up with the rest of your cake mix. I've got this great sort of spatula spoon thing here, which makes it very easy. Kind of get it kind of evenly distributed. I do love the cake mix nonetheless, so let's have a little taste. And we're going to pop that in the oven, 350 degrees. You really want to let that cake cook very slowly for a good hour and a half at 350 degrees. Then you want to turn the oven down right the way to about 300, 275 for another hour. Just let the cake cook beautifully slowly. As you can see, the cake is a beautiful golden brown. All the fruit is cooked, and the layer of marzipan in the middle is going to be gooey and gorgeous right now. So let's take it out of the tray and put it on a cooling rack. And leave that to cool for a little while. So while that is happening, we're going to prepare our marzipan. So instead of using flour, you would normally roll out pastry on flour. We're going to use icing sugar. So let me get a bit of icing sugar, my flour dredger. Just need a small amount. Make sure you get the board covered in it. Roll your marzipan in there a little bit. Rolling pin. Let's cover it and really just start to roll it out. So this is about the size, it's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. This is about the size of my cake. Now using the round edge, get a little sharp knife and just neaten up the edge of the marzipan. But don't throw the scraps away because you will need the scraps. So I think I'm going to need to put just a little bit more icing sugar on my rolling pin. And what I'm going to try and do is put the marzipan onto the rolling pin. So let's turn the cake over. And here I have some orange marmalade. You could use guava jam, you could use apricot jam, anything, fruit jams that you really like. I like the orange marmalade because it's a good counter to the sweetness of the cake. Okay, so make sure you've got it sort of spread quite evenly and there are no big lumps of jam anywhere. And then you're just going to very carefully pick up the marzipan. Make sure you get the marzipan right to the edge of the cake and very, very gently roll it out. We've got some 10 little balls of marzipan here, and I'm just going to make up the numbers. We have to have 12 disciples, of course. So you're just really going to roll your balls of marzipan. And trying to do this as evenly as possible, we're just going to place balls on the outside of our cake. Okay, so I sort of placed the balls in the right place. And I'm going to do some egg white as a glaze. Beat up your white a little bit. And with a pastry brush, I'm actually going to paint underneath each of my marzipan balls because I want it to adhere to the surface. Very quickly do that. And I think that's it. And then apply egg white to the entire surface. And you're going to set your oven to either the grill mode, or you can, if you have a toaster oven, you could put this under the grill, or you can put it on broil. And you're going to watch this very vigilantly because it will burn in a matter of seconds. And really, what we're going to do is put this in the oven under the grill and let it brown our glaze. Now, literally within a few seconds, the top will have been browned. And you have to really, really watch it because it will burn so quickly. And then all your hard work will be wasted. So put it again on the cooling rack. Let the marzipan cool. And there we have it, an Easter Simnel cake.